Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Nottingham Forest identify Man United goalkeeper Dean Henderson as a priority signing. Nottingham Forest have identified Manchester United goalkeeper Dean Henderson as a priority signing for the summer transfer window, according to The Athletic. The 26-year-old spent the 22-23 campaign on loan with Steve Cooper's side. He had an impressive first half to the season before sustaining a thigh injury in January. Henderson failed to recover from the setback for the remainder of the campaign. He underwent a surgery in May, but he is anticipated to return for the start of preseason. It's now reported that Forest hierarchy are convinced about signing Henderson on a long-term deal after the commitment shown by the United graduate last term. Henderson decided to relocate to Nottingham from the northwest despite being on a season-long loan, and it's one of the reasons that Forest want him back permanently. As things stand, United wanted £25 million to part ways with Henderson. Forest are reluctant to pay the fee, considering he would command wages of around £90,000 per week. Henderson was desperate to leave United on loan last summer. The England international secured his temporary exit before manager Erik ten Hag took charge. The shot-stopper went on to criticize the club by saying that he was treated like a caged animal. He added that it was criminal to spend 12 months on the bench. After such comment, it's unlikely that he has a future at Old Trafford. United are likely to sanction his sale, but should not allow him to leave on the cheap this summer. At £25 million, Henderson would be a bargain signing. United should not offer a further discount to Forest. They should play the waiting game for other clubs to enter the race. Manchester United striker Anthony Martial tipped to return to League One. Manchester United are expected to move on quite a few players this summer, as sales will be crucial to Rhodes supplementing a tight transfer kitty. Anthony Martial is one of the players who have been linked with an exit from Old Trafford. The Frenchman has been tipped to leave for quite some time now, and the summer might just be his last. According to French football expert Jonathan Johnson, a return to France could be on the cards for the former Lyon starlet. He said, "I could see Anthony Martial returning to France this summer, and one potential landing spot could be Lyon. Martial came through the youth academy there before moving to Monaco and breaking through at senior level there, and Lyon tend to like trying to repatriate some of their homegrown players." Another club tipped to move for the United number 9 is Lens, who are set to lose Eloi Openda and could swoop for Martial, considering their Champions League qualification. A return to Ligue 1 might not be that straightforward, as the French star is currently on £200,000 a week wages and will be required to lower his demands to get a move. After underperforming for a couple of seasons, former manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finally lost faith in the France international last summer and sent him out on loan, but it did little to revive his flagging career. Despite that, Erik ten Hag decided to take a shot and was impressed with what he saw in pre-season. However, the 27-year-old's fitness let him down once again. Martial missed a staggering 29 games last season and never completed 90 minutes. He was generally lackadaisical when fit and registered only 9 goals and 3 assists in 29 appearances in all competitions. It will mark a sad ending for a career that promised so much back when he scored on his debut against Liverpool back in 2015, which made him an instant fan favourite. Manchester United are in talks with defender Victor Lindelof over a new contract. As per Football Insider, Manchester United have entered into talks with defender Victor Lindelof over a new contract in the coming days. Lindelof, who was a fringe player in the opening half of the season, started playing a key role in the side after the injury to Lisandro Martinez. The Sweden international took part in all the key games for United during the business end of the season, including the FA Cup semi-final and final and other league encounters. Initially, when even Rafael Varane was out, he formed a good partnership with Luke Shaw in central defense. After that, a fruitful pairing with the former was made. It's revealed that Erik ten Hag has been impressed with what he has seen from the Swede in the last few games. Hence, the talks of a potential contract extension at Old Trafford. His current term expires next summer. As decent as Lindelof was in those games, we have to be honest that he should still be a backup option in this team at the back when everyone is fit and available. So although the talk of a new contract is encouraging, the club must make the point to the player that he might not get regular game time here. Man United prepared to sell Eric Bailly for just £2 million amid Real Betis' interest. Manchester United are prepared to part ways with Eric Bailly for just £2 million amid interest from Real Betis, according to Daily Mail. The centre-back was involved in Erik ten Hag's pre-season plans last summer, but he decided to join Marseille on loan for regular first-team football. Bailly had a difficult campaign with just 23 appearances for the French outfit, and they have opted against triggering the clause to buy him permanently. It's now reported that the Ivory Coast international could leave United on a permanent basis, with his contract due to expire in June next year. The 29-year-old was purchased from Villarreal for £30 million 7 years ago, but the Red Devils are willing to sell him for just £2 million with Betis interested. Bailly has produced several standout performances for United, but untimely injuries have scuppered his chances of becoming a regular in the starting lineup. He is now way down the pecking order at Old Trafford, and a move away from Manchester looks a certainty during the summer transfer window. United would ideally like to recoup around £10 million from Bailly's sale, but his current wages of £80,000 per week are a stumbling block for mid-table clubs. Betis seem to be interested in landing him, but Bailly may have to accept a salary reduction as they only spend an average of £29,000 per week on a player. In the worst case scenario, United may need to hand Bailly with a payoff. The club would avoid further losses in releasing him through mutual agreement. Marcus Rashford impresses for England in 7-0 rout of North Macedonia. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford delivered an impressive performance during England's convincing 7-0 win over North Macedonia in Monday's Euro 2024 qualifier. The Three Lions were favourites to beat their opponents at Old Trafford last night, and they dominated the proceedings to secure a resounding victory. Arsenal's Bukayo Saka was the man of the match with his first ever senior hat-trick, but United stars also played their part as England picked up a fourth straight win. Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw completed the full 90 minutes in the Three Lions' defense, while Rashford was taken off just before the hour mark by Gareth Southgate. Rashford was in scintillating form for United last season with 30 goals and 11 assists, and he continued with the good run, scoring England's third goal before the break. Aside from his strike, the 25-year-old won an impressive 4 take-ons and 4 duels against North Macedonia. He had 43 touches, completing 24 of his 28 passes. The United graduate was only a second-half substitute against Malta last week. His performance yesterday should ensure that he is in the starting lineup in September. England's next Euro 2024 qualifier will be against Ukraine on September 9 before a friendly against neighbours Scotland. They are currently top of Group C with 12 points. Meanwhile, Rashford has a big week ahead as he is on the verge of penning a new United contract. He is set to be rewarded with a huge pay rise after a splendid campaign. The attacker could become United's highest earner, with David De Gea likely to head for the exit door. Bayern München enter race to sign Man United target Gonzalo Ramos. Bayern München have joined Manchester United in the race to sign Benfica striker Gonzalo Ramos this summer, according to O Jogo. Ramos is one of the best young strikers in world football, and he was tremendous for Benfica last season. scoring 27 goals and providing 12 assists from 47 appearances. The 21-year-old currently has a release clause worth 120 million euros in his contract, but it has been reported that Benfica are prepared to sell him for around 80 million euros. United have been touted as one of the favorites to sign him, but they have now faced fresh competition from Bayern in the pursuit of the Portugal international. The Bundesliga champions were initially keen on pursuing a deal for Victor Osimhen or Randal Kolo Muani, but the transfer cost have put them off. Meanwhile, the club have also cooled their interest in Juventus Dusan Vlahovic and are now assessing a move for Ramos, who is expected to leave Benfica. United were leading the race to sign Napoli defender Kim Min-jae earlier this month, but the South Korean star now appears on his way to the German champions. Bayern are in advanced talks with the player and his representative. They have moved in the front seat after offering a significant salary and a huge agent commission. The Bavarian club are now considering a deal for Benfica's Ramos. In our opinion, United must avoid losing another of their summer target to Thomas Tuchel's side. Ramos had an exceptional season at club level with 39 goal contributions. He was also brilliant at the World Cup, netting a hat-trick in the 6-1 win over Switzerland in the last 16. Aside from his goal involvement, the Portuguese offers much more. He has a superb work rate and is known for his regular high pressing and ability to win duels. Ramos can also hold up play and initiate attacks from deeper attacking positions. Hence, he would be a perfect acquisition for the style of play under Erik ten Hag. If United have a concrete interest in him, they have no time to contemplate. Bayern moved swiftly to convince Min-jae and won't waste time in negotiating with Benfica for Ramos. Man United pressing to sign Rasmus Hyland for weeks could secure deal for 60 million euros. Manchester United have been pressing to sign Atalanta striker Rasmus Hyland for a number of weeks, according to Corriere della Sera. The Red Devils are on the hunt for a new centre forward, and Hyland is one of the names on their radar. It's now reported that United have been in negotiations for the Dane for weeks, and they have already failed with an opening bid worth 35 million euros for his services. Corriere della Sera believe the striker could be sold for 60 million euros this summer, and they expressed their surprise over the 100 million euros price tag in the British media last week. The Italian outlet insists that it's almost impossible for Atalanta to keep the 20-year-old starlet after they fail to qualify for next season's Champions League. Hyland signed for Atalanta from Sturm Graz before the transfer deadline last summer. He managed 16 goals and 7 assists from 42 appearances for both clubs. The Denmark international has impressed with his strong physique, pace on the counter-attack, and his finishing skills. He could be considered as a poacher in the box. Hyland has already been linked to Erling Haaland, and in our opinion, he has the potential to become a potent goal scorer in the 1 or 2 seasons' time. United seem keen on pricing the striker away this summer, but won't get him on the cheap. Atalanta could hold out for 60 million euros, including add-ons for Hyland. The price tag seems on the higher side for a striker learning his trade, but United could reap rewards in the long run, as the Dane could be a leading centre forward. We believe the club should target more than one striker. Benfica's Gonzalo Ramos could be United's main striker, with Hyland providing good competition for him. Kim Min-jae in advanced talks with Bayern. Man United could consider Axel Desaad as alternative. Manchester United could consider a move for Monaco defender Axel Desaad, with Kim Min-jae in advanced talks to join Bayern München, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Red Devils were deemed favourites to sign Min-jae in the last few weeks, but Bayern have now moved into pole position to secure his services. The German champions are in advanced talks for him, and Romano feels it will be very difficult for United to change the stance of the centre-back. The reputed journalist added that the Red Devils remain in contact with Monaco and Axel Desaad's agent, and he is an option that they could consider. Desaad has been linked with a Premier League move since his time at Rams. Now at Monaco, the Frenchman is eager to make the switch to Old Trafford. The 25-year-old has already given the green light for a summer transfer, and in our opinion, he could be a realistic alternative if Bayern end up signing Min-jae. Disasi has a similar defensive attribute as the South Korean. His only drawback has been his passing accuracy in the opposition half. It was only at 75% last term. Monaco are prepared to sanction Disasi's sale for 40 to 50 million euros. United could step up their efforts to land him, with Min-jae appearing to be on his way to Bayern. United are not close to making a new signing this summer, but they are expected to make a second bid for Chelsea midfielder Mason Mount in the next few days. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.